From JBS Studios in Greater New York, this is the JBS News Update with Teisha Bader.
I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Tuesday, February the 14th, 2017. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu landed at Andrews Air Force Base last night. Hours later, Netanyahu met with Israel's National Security Advisor Yaakov Nagel, military attaché Eliezer Toledano, Chief of Staff Yoav Horowitz, and Israel's ambassador to the U.S. Ron Dermer at Blair House, the official White House guest residence. The Prime Minister's office posted a picture of the late-night consultation on social media, as well as a picture of the Israeli flag flying at Blair House in Netanyahu's honor. Tomorrow, Wednesday, the Prime Minister will meet with U.S. President Donald Trump at the White House. The Times of Israel reports that Israel quietly recalled its ambassador to Egypt weeks ago due to concerns for his personal safety and that of his staff. The Shin Bet released a statement about the recall today after Britain's Daily Telegraph reported about it. The Shin Bet said that due to security concerns, we have limited the return of the Foreign Ministry embassy team to Cairo without any further explanation. Ambassador David Govrin and his team reportedly left Egypt at the end of December and are said to be working at present from Jerusalem with hopes to return to Egypt soon. Members of the BDS, Boycott, Divestment and Sanctions movement, disrupted a speech being given by Israel's ambassador to the United Nations, Dani Danon, at Columbia University last night. Ynet reports that some 100 activists came into the lecture hall where Danon was speaking and began yelling anti-Israel slogans and accusations. Danon reportedly responded to the protesters by telling them, instead of inciting and lying, pull up chairs and maybe you'll learn something. He also took to social media tweeting that, I respect any opinion. Israel is a democracy. I admire freedom of speech. Danon also tweeted, will not be silenced when people are spreading lies about Israel. Israel will continue to be a strong democracy, the only one in the Middle East. Meanwhile, a pro-Palestinian group has come out against a cartoon published in a student paper seen as anti-Semitic. The cartoon depicts Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu standing in front of two stone tablets inscribed with the Ten Commandments. In the commandment, thou shalt not steal, the word not is crossed out in red. It was published in the UCLA student paper, The Daily Bruin, and refers to the recently passed regulation law in Israel, which legalizes Jewish settlements built unknowingly on Palestinian-owned land. The cartoonist was Felipe Bri Abijon, who served last year as Education and Resources Director of the UCLA chapter of Students for Justice in Palestine. The SJP board at UCLA condemned the cartoon and said that Abijon is no longer a member of their group. Condemnations of the cartoon also came from the Anti-Defamation League as well as from the paper itself, calling the publication of the cartoon a mistake that should have been caught. The B'nai B'rith World Center and the Committee to Recognize the Heroism of Jews Who Rescued Fellow Jews During the Holocaust honored 9 rescuers yesterday who risked their lives saving Jews from deportation and extermination. They were honored last night in France at the Memorial de la Shoah in Paris under the auspices of B'nai B'rith France. B'nai B'rith World Center Director Alan Schneider called the recognition payment of a debt of over 70 years. He said the rescuers being recognized in Paris are only a handful of the many Jews who exposed themselves to even greater dangers to save others. Those honored yesterday include a posthumous honor for renowned mime Marcel Marceau, who is credited with saving the lives of Jewish orphans by leading them across the Alps into Switzerland or south into Spain, among other heroic efforts. The Anti-Defamation League will present an award to one New York commuter who led efforts to clean up anti-Semitic graffiti on a New York City subway earlier this month. 37-year-old Jared Need will receive ADL's Stand Up New Yorker Award from Director of the ADL New York region, Evan Bernstein, tomorrow night. If you recall, we reported to you that hateful graffiti was found on the subway train on February the 4th, and several commuters asked for hand sanitizer and tissues from other riders to get rid of the offensive vandalism, which they did. And taking a look now at our programming for tonight on JBS for Tuesday, February the 14th. Some Valentine's Day themed programs for you, including at 7 o'clock, director Eve Annenberg talks about her film Romeo and Juliet in Yiddish on New Jewish Cinema. At 7:30, it's the film premiere of The Pin, a love story in the shadow of the Holocaust. And at 10 tonight, the premiere of a new award-winning 8-part Israeli miniseries on JBS, A Touch Away, which is presented in Hebrew with English subtitles. And coming up right after this newscast tonight at 6:30, it's In the News. And that's the JBS News Update for Tuesday, February the 14th, 2017. I'm Teisha Bader.